Welcome back, everybody, to Pull Hook Golf, the podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cook. Once again, we got a very special guest. Mr. Buttsy is back in town, and he is here for some fun. We are at Putting World in Scottsdale, Arizona, where we have a competitive golf league. Would you call it a league or just like a competitive tournament that goes on?
It's a very high-stakes weekly game. These guys are putting for 10 racks.
Wow.
10 racks a week.
10 bills, which is 10K, folks, if you're not familiar with the local kid slang.
Yes.
And by the way, on tonight's episode, we've got a great one because there's a lot of shit going down in golf today. And across the entire last week, from the last time that we saw you or you were listening to us, which is we got the Mexico Open. We're going to recap that. We got the Capital One, the match recap. I don't know if people watch that or not, but I did ask our good folks over at Twitter and our audience there. If they didn't, it seemed like it was about split, 50-50.
What was it, 50? Okay.
Yeah, just about 50-50. And then we've got the upcoming Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. I love it when the PGA Tour launches these new names for tournaments, and they're so elongated. They're just like, and the beautiful beaches of the Palm Springs Open.
Is cognizant like the same word? Like if you're paying attention, is that the same? Like, are you cognizant?
I'm very
of this?
cognizant.
But it's not the same. Anyways.
No, it's a tech company of some sort.
Okay.
Which, folks, it's the Honda Classic. I know there's been people out there that are very confused about this whole thing. They're like, when did the PGA Tour go to, West Palm Beach? And it's like, oh, they've always been there with the Honda Classic. So just a new sponsor because Honda backed out last year. It was their final year.
Very good.
And then we've got the Swanee Style segment that we have really come to enjoy. And we're going to get a little personal on that one as well, which you don't know about because wasn't in the show notes. And then we've got the upcoming Golf Jeddah at the very end, which LIV Golf, we love to leave it for the end because it's our favorite topic to love and hate. Here we go, folks. Swannies.
Let's go.
We got to give it up for our show sponsor, Swannies, which, by the way, I am rocking it. Putting World here has given us a great venue with the tournament in the backdrop. And Swannies, swannies.co, SWANNIES.co. Get 15%. What are we talking about here? 25% off using promo code PullHookGolf25 at checkout. I'm wearing the Camden hoodie.
Pretty solid.
This is the one that I was obsessed with at the Waste Management Open. It sold out on Tuesday.
That's what you're wearing now.
This is it, but I don't have the Waste Management Open
logo. It's got like
logo.
a waffle cone kind of texture to it.
It's so soft and nice. Yeah. And then it's got the little black linings and stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. For those of you watching on millions.co or if you're watching YouTube with the actual production of this. Otherwise, podcast listeners, you can just imagine. Go to swannies.co, get yourself 25% off. Using Pull Hook Golf 25 at checkout, and it looks like they're gonna scoring update.
Yeah,
here we go.
Hang on here
for the singles. 8 under.
We're getting an update here.
8 under in the lead.
Now, folks, these are
this
all
is serious.
Yeah, these are all 2-putt pars. Shortest hole is about 12 feet. Longest one, I'd say about 25. They roll about 13. Not much room around the hole here.
A lot of break on some of them.
If you put it off the surface onto the fringe area, it is out of bounds. So to be 8 under out here, these guys are pros.
It's a very impressive complex as well. I mean, the booze are good. We've got our Bushwood here.
Great food here, too, by the way. And, yes, Bushwood spirits.
Gotta love that. Giving it a little sippy sip.
Which one do we have here?
We've got both the rye and which one did I bring? The long ball.
I like the rye.
Long ball. I love the rye.
I'm a rye guy.
The rye's my favorite, but I will say I just love the name of the long ball. Chicks dig it.
Chicks do dig the long ball.
All right, let's hop right in, folks. Just a little bunny hopping our way into the first segment, which is the Mexico Open at Vidant. We are going to recap this because welcome to the show, Jake Knapp. Were you impressed?
I was. God, I couldn't stop looking at his arms, to be honest with you. The guy's just yoked out of his fucking mind.
Absolutely jacked.
I believe that he was a bouncer a couple of years ago. I do believe that.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Pay his way onto the PGA Tour. Didn't have the money to keep going. And
sure did. It was a restaurant that turns into a nightclub.
It's pretty cool. It's the story. It's the talk of the town, if you will.
It is, which is great because the PGA Tour finally did a promotion properly, but Jake Knapp really teed it up for him. No pun intended, except all the pun. And literally with that tee up, remember, he was in contention at the Farmers. So
I did not know that.
They already were like talking about him a bit. They already had the whole thing about him being a bouncer 2 years ago. And then sure enough, 2 weeks later, Vidant leading. So the entire way, it was like, it almost felt like a full promotion of Jake Knapp.
Well, the second coming of Freddie Couples, right? That whole
love
bit. The overswing, as you will, very smooth. I love it too.
Yep.
The guy's awesome.
We need it. I mean, we need it in the game because so many instructors now are just like, you can't go to parallel, can't go past parallel. You got to go, 3/4. And this guy just throws it past.
Bringing
He's John
style
Daly
back.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
There is kind of a style to it. And just the smoothness to his swing. And then he bombs at 330. It's like...
Does he hit it that far?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, which is why he circled this on his calendar. Because he was on with Smiley Kaufman before this week. They were showing some clips of him on Smiley's podcast.
Okay.
And he was talking about, because Smiley's like, oh, man, you're probably going to play pretty good at the Mexico Open. You've got that one, like, circled, right? And he's like, sure do.
I do.
Tony Finau played really well there last year and won. So.
And rolls the rock.
He does
He
roll
rolls
the
the
rock,
rock.
which is really surprising for a guy that bombs the golf ball.
Yep.
You don't expect it, but they're calling it nap time because his social media handle is nap time.
Nap time. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's
That's good.
Absolutely great. But he was a bouncer in Orange County, folks. His grandfather, who also passed away. They did a lot of storylines around this whole thing as to how important the grandfather was. Used to text him after every round, still does. So he texts that number that was his grandfather's
I
after
didn't know that.
every round, and he has his initials tattooed. This is smart. See, I've got it on my forearm on the inside, but he's got it on his actual bicep
lower
on the
bicep.
inside, which he knew that would always be shown whenever he's finishing his golf swing.
And it's probably something that helps him out doing curls at the gym, too.
God,
One
the
more
guy's
rep,
jacked.
right? He sees that, so.
Biceps. A specimen.
Very good.
And he's a huge Anaheim Ducks fan, so there you go, folks. There's the Orange County tie-in, and I also learned that he is residing here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So, Jake
he lives
Knapp,
here.
if you are out here and would love to come on the pod, love to have you. Love to have
absolutely.
you. Yep. So, how about that? Little pitch for the Pull Hook Golf Podcast, and then,
Nap time.
nap time. But this is the one that it's like, man, did the PGA Tour just get lucky because he was in contention, or like 2 weeks ago and started talking about him and then it led into this? But they don't do a great job ever since Tiger Woods. They got
players.
spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got everybody on this podcast knows I have a very tough time with what the PGA Tour does, or lack thereof, of promoting new players that are on tour.
Yes. Well, they used to be really good about it. 10 years ago,
Yeah,
that's
Tiger.
all they did. Yeah, but there were some other guys that came out, right? Like Dustin Johnson, another one. Like when the ball started going a long way, they had quite a few players that they did a pretty good job.
That's a good
Bryson,
point.
they made a rock star out of Bryson. He's a
Yeah.
complete nerd. No offense, Bryson DeChambeau, but they did a great job with him. But since those guys kind of left, and yeah, I'm with you.
100%. So then we got Sammy Valimaki. And by the way, Buttsy and I, if you missed it on social media, yes, folks, we were playing True North on Sunday.
We were.
And I got to tell you, we were sitting there before the round. I texted Buttsy. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to head over to the range. Where are you? He goes, I'm at the bar. I don't hit balls. So I go to the bar.
It's facts.
And I proceed to order an old-fashioned like any good gentleman would. And sure enough, we're sitting there watching the golf. Actually, they had left it on the Golf Channel for too long, so it ended up going to the LPGA Tour, and I asked the young lady, very awkwardly, I'm like, could you change it to the men's tour, please? And I felt bad about it.
What do you mean by that?
But then we changed it over, and you got to see yourself a guy who you love, Sammy Valimaki.
Malamaki.
Valimaki.
Don't know much about Sammy, but let's get into
You
it.
loved his physique.
Oh, remind me. Remind me of who's. I'm
It
totally
was
in the
a
dark here.
long day on Sunday.
God, it was.
But I will tell you that you were in love with his golf physique, because we said Jake Knapp, he's got the athlete physique.
Yes.
And then you got Sammy Valimaki, who had the big belly.
Oh, the potato dumpling body. I think
They both
called
had
it.
mullets, which
Yes.
we'll get to later.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a thing now. It's here to stay.
Yeah, golf mullets.
Yes.
But you loved him. He's from Finland. He's got a classic golf body. Kind of looks a little John Daly-esque.
He's a big boy.
Big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy. You loved that about him. You were raving about this guy is a legend because he's doing this with that body.
Exactly.
Which you got to love.
Well, we're going back into a classical era of golf. Tiger came out, and ever since then it was robots, and we're going back to an age-old thing. You got some style in golf swings, and you got some fat dudes out there again. It's kind of nice.
And he launches it. Just
murders it.
Just hits up on
just
it.
Lays
hits
lead.
a mile in the air.
Yep.
Great golf swing. Mm-hmm. And this guy, by the way, he has won twice on the DP World Tour. So he won back in, I believe, 2019 and then 2023. So he won last year as well on the DP World Tour. So I was kind of banking on him because I'm like, the toughest thing, and we talked about this on this podcast before, that the toughest thing to do is to win when you have a big lead and you sleep on it going into Sunday.
Yeah.
And Jake Knapp is a rookie, folks. So he's a PGA Tour rookie. Didn't win on the Korn Ferry Tour.
And he went into it with, what, a 4-shot? Was he 4 ahead?
Five shot.
Going into Sunday.
Right? Am I wrong? Somebody fact check me. If you're on Twitter, just add it into the comments.
We were playing golf, right? Watching it.
Yeah.
That gap got closed, right? Were we all square there?
So Valimaki, he ends up
Chicken Bavlaki.
tying it up. I mean, I think it was hole 9 or 10 that he was tied up, and then he faded. He faded a little bit,
sure.
And that gave Jake Knapp just enough room to close it all out.
Yep.
And here's the thing. Valimaki... 2023 and 2020. I actually have it in the notes. Was not 2019. Thank you for fact checking me, Twitter. So 2023 and 2020 won on the DP World Tour. He's also finished second 3 times.
How old is he?
No idea.
What would you guess?
27.
I was going to say 27 to 30.
So people are saying that Jake Knapp is, because he's 29, he can't be a superstar.
Why?
I think that's bullshit.
That is bullshit, dude.
Don't believe it.
No. I mean, look. The average age of a PGA Tour rookie is still, what, 30-something?
In mid-30s, it used to be in their prime.
How can you not be a superstar? And, not to discredit the PGA Tour with the onset of LIV, but if there's a chance to be a PGA Tour superstar, now is the time.
Valimaki. You got a shot here, bud. And Valimaki, great player.
Are we butchering that?
Yo, yeah. No, I mean... But on the broadcast, it was hilarious because they're saying all day Saturday, they're calling Valimakia. There's no A at the end. It's just, it ends with an I. So I don't think that we're butchering it as bad, but it is one of those names. He's from Finland. Guy's a great guy. Looks like he could chuck some beers with you, Buttsy.
He sure does. Why have a 6-pack when you can have a keg? I think that's his mantra as well. He looks pretty tall, too. Is he...
I have no idea.
He looks 6+, and he absolutely hits tit missiles right down the middle. Yeah. So we love that.
You got to love tit missiles. Now, the other part of this is that wind really played a factor out there in Mexico.
Yes,
they finished up. Jake Knapp finished up. I believe he was at 19 under. Once again, I'm kind of blanking on the final tally and so forth. But listen, he was up there winning.
1.45 mil. He's probably not going back to bounce at a nightclub anytime soon.
No chance.
He has arrived.
But that was really, really impressive. And do you know what the PGA Tour did this week?
I don't.
I'm going to say it before we get to the upcoming Cognizant Classic.
Yeah.
In the Palm Beaches. He got paired with Rory and Chris Kirk, who won last year.
Okay.
How about that action, huh? How about just getting... That's why I'm saying they're promoting him very well at this point. They know. They're
That's the right thing to do.
We've got freaking gold in this guy. Or a diamond in the rough right here.
He looks like $1 million. Let's put him up against... let's put him up against the guys.
Did you see his girl?
No, I didn't.
Beautiful.
How was she?
Beautiful.
Very good.
Yep, very good. Okay, so...
Jake Knapp.
That being said, we're not going to do a leaderboard rundown because we need to move into the next segment, which is Capital One, the match. Do you love these, hate these, or indifferent on them?
I'm gonna be very honest with you.
This episode of Pull Hook Golf is brought to you by Bushwood Spirits. Remember those laid-back, fun-filled days at the country club from the classic comedy Caddyshack? That's the spirit Bushwood Spirits embodies. A lifestyle company with roots deep in golf's most beloved traditions. Bushwood brings more than just premium whiskey to your table. It brings a sense of nostalgia and camaraderie that every golfer cherishes. Whether you're reliving your best shots or simply enjoying the 19th hole with friends, Bushwood is there to make those moments even more memorable. And here's something to toast to. As a listener of Pull Hook Golf, you get an exclusive 20% off at bushwood.com. Just use promo code PullHookGolf20 at checkout. Embrace the spirit of golf, share a laugh, and be the ball with Bushwood Spirits. Your next great golf story starts with a sip. Now let's get back to the show.
I didn't know that was even going on until I popped on Instagram and saw Rory throw a dart on 18 in the dark and Lexi Thompson make eagle and get a skin. And I went, what the hell is this? What's this? It's the match. Now, they've been doing the match for, what, 3 years now?
Yeah,
4 years?
about.
Something like that.
Ever since
First
Tiger
one's
and Phil.
cool. Yeah, Tiger and Phil. Now we got kind of a, I don't know, I'd call it a watered-down version of that, not even trying to be negative. I didn't even know it was happening, but
I didn't either up until because one of my favorite apps.
Did you know about it before it happened?
No. No.
That's what I'm saying.
No. But
Okay.
one of my favorite apps is Bleacher Report. And all of a sudden I'm on there because I check the Yankees, the Knicks, and so forth. I'm a New York guy, folks. I'm from New York City. So
If you can't tell.
literally, when I go on to Bleacher Report, I was like, oh, fuck it. You know what? Let me go into the golf portion because their golf portion is not great. Bleacher Report, hit me up. We would love to be on Bleacher Report. But what I'm telling you is that all of a sudden, because Bleacher Report is a part of Capital One The Match, all of a sudden I started seeing that it was live, and I'm like, live? Hang on a second. What
Live
time
what?
is it? It's on a Monday.
Where'd they play?
So, actually, this is pretty cool. They played at this new track that's all night, like it's kind of like our.
It's permanently lit. It wasn't like artificially lit for the tournament
It's
or
like
for the match.
grass clippings.
Got it. Where is it?
It's in Palm Beach.
Got it.
Or West Palm Beach area in Florida. And it's this new park. They call it the park. And basically, it is a Gil Hanse designed golf course with a 9-hole course and everything that is for the public. And they keep prices low. They have the first tee there is really big.
Well, it looked pure as hell.
It is so
Like
sick.
it looked really good.
So sick.
Is it open? I'm sure it's open during the day, but yeah.
Yeah, but they got the night golf and everything. No, they have night golf installed.
Okay. Like it's permanent.
I think so.
Got it.
Fact check me, Twitter.
Somebody check that out.
Yeah, real sorry about that. Should have probably. I didn't realize I was going to get asked that question. But anyways, you had Max Homa, Rory McIlroy, Rose Zhang, and Lexi Thompson. Now, for those of you that didn't watch it, McIlroy wins for a total of $2.4 million, wins it for charity. So none of that goes to him. It all goes to charity, which is great. Love that for that. But
Is that a tax write-off for those guys when that happens?
yeah,
It is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, the other part to this is that, and I hate to say it because I was on Instagram today, but I wouldn't be truthful and direct if I didn't say this, that foreplay was actually correct when I saw a clip today from them, and I got to give them credit because I was thinking the same thing, that all of this, I am done. And I believe it was foreplay. I hope it was foreplay because I'm giving them credit, and I don't love to, but
No, who does?
when they actually said, I hope, once again, that they actually said this, that they wish it was a match and not skins. And I'm like, I kind of agree with that. I don't love the skins portion to the match.
Right. They need to just be playing heads-up golf against each other. And I thought they were doing that, so it's just skins?
Skins.
That's how you won? You got the most skins?
You got the most skins. McIlroy.
Well, that's dumb. I'm sorry.
The
Probably
best,
why I didn't
the
know
best
about it.
part about Capital One The Match, Charles Barkley is the best. Ernie Johnson comes in a close second. Then I could really do without Trevor Immelman. I have nothing against you. So
Great guy.
I apologize for this, but I could do without you. Christina Kim could do without you. And Catherine Tappan could do without you.
Not electric.
No. Barkley holds that entire broadcast with Ernie Johnson.
Oh
That
my
is the
God.
entire broadcast. Trevor digs at Barkley, but like they're like golf digs.
It's like
And
it's like
just
listening to Arnold
ah.
Schwarzenegger or something. Like Charles's voice is good enough by itself. You know what I mean? Like
Terrible.
And then, Max hit it down there, and it looking nice. And then, he hit it by the pin, and it's over. Like,
it's great.
Yeah, and then DJ Khaled
Didn't mean to
beat
throw
him.
throw that little.
Actually, that was a
impersonation in
really
there.
good
Kobe
impersonation.
Bryant, 30, 80 points a game.
Sorry.
No, little more. Could you actually, for the rest of the episode, do it in Barkley?
I apologize.
No, you're fine.
I apologize.
But these,
Come on, man.
I miss the Shell's Wonderful World of Sports. I'm so trying to keep a straight face. I love your Barkley impersonation, by the way. I hope other people do too.
Bless my mother.
Sorry. Go ahead. Let's keep on track here.
Literally, I miss Shell's Wonderful World of Golf and the matches they used to throw at God.
It's like the original YouTube of golf, right?
It was unbelievable, the action. But you know who was meant for this?
I don't.
Max Homa. Max Homa was hilarious last night.
He's a great character, man. I mean, he's like the Twitter murderer.
If he wasn't good at golf, he could be a YouTube golfer.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's got the personality for it, and he cares about it.
100%. Now, all right, let's move beyond, because I did ask Twitter, and I said this in the beginning. Do you love the Capital One, the match? And it was kind of split, 50-50. I don't know what it is now, because I think I have a little extra time on it.
Yeah.
Might have gone down after this conversation. But, listen, I do wonder, though, has YouTube Golf removed a lot of the interest from these types of events?
Yes. Yeah. YouTube Golf has proved that personality, and not even great personality alone, can conjure, what did Good do? And I hate giving them credit. Garrett, you've done a great job. But over 100,000 live viewers at the Good Open at Grass
I
Clippings.
saw that.
On
I was
YouTube.
really impressed about that.
LIV Tour next week, quarter of that live. So, yes, I would say YouTube has absolutely
We
entered
haven't
the building.
No, see, you're new to this. When we diss on LIV Golf,
Yes.
you got to give the LIV Golf lovers a moment to where you go earmuffs. And then you
'cause
shit
they're
on 'em,
gonna-
and then you let them know earmuffs off. And then you can go back into it.
I am a LIV Golf lover. That's the thing.
But
So I get it.
No,
but
you're not, because you love golf. These LIV Golf lovers are new to the sport and just love LIV.
just for whatever
They're
reason.
LIV lovers.
Yeah.
They're like, but they have the most stupid comments on Twitter ever. It's the dumbest shit. Like, at least I've got an appreciation for the PGA Tour fanboy.
Like no factually grounded conversation.
Yeah,
It's just
the PGA Tour OnlyFans guys.
Yeah.
Like, those guys are funny. And what's hilarious about it is that the LIV Golf fans don't know that they're just messing with them. They're literally just messing.
Right.
And it's funny because they're throwing out like factual stuff, but they're twisting it in a funny way. And what's great is that like the LIV Golf lovers have no idea because they're new to golf. Like that to me, I'm just like, I laugh all the time.
they know nothing about the heritage. They know nothing about the history of the sport. They're new and they love it.
There's some guys on my Twitter that just crack me up on an ongoing basis. Like this Phil Nickerson guy.
Nickerson.
Nicker.
What a great handle. though.
Unbelievable.
Gosh.
Like this guy, and he destroys people. He's
Theo Nickerson.
and like sometimes I'm like,
It's
okay,
like very Korean.
Sometimes I'm like, that's too much. That's too much. But other times I'm just like, yeah, no, you figured it out.
Now on to first
And-
tee, Fear Nickerson.
Yeah, Fear Nickerson, and it's great. But the whole thing is like this guy destroys lives. He's kind of like a Max Homa. We talked about that during the Phoenix
Yes.
Open or the Waste Management Phoenix
Oh,
Open.
God, I wish
deal
you
that
wouldn't
we
have
did.
said Nickerson. That is
Jesus.
really good.
Isn't it great?
Yes.
And like he destroyed, but he goes soft on some of these LIV guys, which is great too. Like I appreciate that. Like you got to have a sense of humor in all of this. If you're going to like both sides, you really have to have a sense of humor. Now,
Yeah.
let's get into the upcoming Cognizant Classic.
Let's be
in-
cognizant of the
By the
Cognizant
way, folks,
Classic.
it's in, I don't know if you got this or not, but it's in the Palm Beaches.
Okay. What course? Oh,
No, I know. PGA National Resort.
PJ National.
Sorry.
Okay.
That was a great tee-up question.
Be cognizant of that.
And all I could think the entire time, cognizant. In Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. PGA Tour, whoever you got as a fucking promotional person, Jesus Christ.
Where are you finding these guys? I mean, I know they're spending a lot of money, but this is like some Happy Gilmore shit.
You know what? This was the best 20-year gig that anybody could have because all they had to do was promote Tiger Woods, and they were in the clear.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, Dustin Johnson, he's wearing disco pants out there with his sideburns down to his freaking chops.
Remember when he shaved?
Oh, God.
Bad day for golf. Bad day for golf.
Bad day for the ladies, too.
Put it back on.
By the way, I told you when we were out there Sunday, I'm like, Dustin Johnson is my role model.
Well, he's a lot of people's role model. I mean,
I don't know if that's true.
how could he not be?
The screwing other tour wives.
Look, let's put it this way: he's a lot of people's role model, and they wouldn't admit it.
Exactly.
Let's say that.
But I will admit it. I have no problem. Dustin Johnson, you're my hero. I love you. Okay?
Very good.
And by the way, I do the exact same thing you're doing where it's like I'm running off into the sunset.
I got 300 billion. Get fucked. And a great beard, and I still look great. So.
And what's hilarious is like I've talked to Bobby about this so many times.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hang on. Is my perception of DJ correct? And every time he's just like dead on. Like, does DJ really care about ever playing a PGA Tour event again? No.
You gotta love his outlook.
When the rumor came out that after 3 years of his LIV Golf contract, he'd be done, nobody was surprised.
Cool.
Loves yachts. Loves Paulina.
Plenty of money.
Loves party favors.
Golf has been a segue for him to kick back and enjoy life in a way that most people can only dream.
And I got to tell you, I'm jealous of it.
Yeah, of course. God, me too.
Such a legend.
Absolutely.
Such an absolute. And by the way, just to show up, and the best part about Dustin Johnson, best part, is that
we're blowing DJ right now. We know this.
He can show up to a LIV Golf event.
Yeah.
Practice for a week and then win.
Yeah. Well, he's
after not touching a club.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, he's not on tour anymore, guys. He's not there anymore. You don't have to deal with him. I mean, there's about 30 other guys you don't have to deal with anymore either. So, yeah, a lot of asterisks on tour this year.
Oh, God. We're going to get there. Don't you worry.
Don't mean to jump ahead. I saw the notes. I apologize.
We are going to get there. Trust me. Okay, so, folks, back to the Honda Classic. Oh, I'm sorry. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Okay, we're back to that.
Yeah.
We've got last year's winner, Chris Kirk. Great alcoholic. He's back. He's gone cold. Wow, that was really good. Mm-hmm. He went cold turkey on the alcohol, and he's already back in the winner's circle last year and then this year. So, Chris Kirk, great job getting sober, okay?
Absolutely.
Love that for you.
Wife probably had something to do with it, but who cares?
That's a great thing for you, though, because clearly you won last year, you won already this year, and
great business decision.
Bartender's pissed at me for saying this, but glad you're sober. On top of that, PGA National Resort. You won this, which, not a long golf course. Par 71, 71.47 for the yardage.
Very short for a tour event.
And then you got to watch out for holes 15 and 17, which are par threes over the water.
Yeah.
Let's give a little field breakdown because this is actually one of the stronger fields for this. Do you know who's in this week that wasn't in last week?
I
bet on?
Regretfully, I do not know.
So, you know what's hilarious? You had no idea if Tom Kim was in the Phoenix Open, and he was. You picked Tom Kim last week.
Yeah.
Mexico Open, wasn't in the field. You said on the podcast, you're like, I checked, he's in the field, we're good. No, folks.
That was false.
Tom Kim was not in the field last week, so, Buttsy, you were disqualified immediately.
That's okay.
And guess what, though? This week, he's in.
Got him.
He's in. So, I'm going to ask you, with the strong field this week, folks, here we go. You ready? Camera's up there. You ready for this? Strong field. Rory McIlroy. Great player. LIV Golf people hate Rory McIlroy, which I get it.
Oh, he's the final boss of the PGA Tour.
But what's amazing is he was the sacrificial lamb for the PGA Tour, and he has turned his back on the PGA Tour, and it's hilarious because LIV Golf fans still just fucking shit on him, which they're like, Dude, even Phil Mickelson came out and is like, stop shitting on Rory. We want Rory.
Yeah.
Bring Rory over. Rory will end
Can
all
you
of
even
this.
imagine?
I said, give him a bill. Give him $1 billion, and Rory's coming over.
Yeah.
So, that said, all right.
Look, I'm sorry what I said. I fucking take it all back. I'm here now, and,
Yeah.
you know.
Love that for Rory.
Will that happen?
Yes. It's
You think
gonna
Rory
happen.
will go live?
Yes.
Is there odds in
Rory,
Vegas on that?
So, Rory, God, I can't get into this.
You can.
I want to get into it.
Do you know something?
I know too much.
Uh-oh,
That's
folks.
the problem.
Uh-oh, folks. He knows too much.
Rory, Cantlay, Woods, Spieth. That's all I have to say. There is 3 against 1 on that PGA Tour policy board, which led to Rory McIlroy leaving the PGA Tour policy board, Jordan Spieth taking his spot, and guess what?
And Jay Monahan still has a job, right? That's factual.
What's crazy is, like, I talked to Streelman about this.
How?
So I had Kevin Streelman on, and now he's going to be the next guy that's the head of all of this
Oh.
for the players.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's him or Camilla Villegas, which both guys are great for this. But I hope Streelman gets it because Streelman is actually Duke educated, super smart, great dude.
Outside of golf, he's yeah.
What's incredible is, like, I don't think Kevin Streelman gets enough credit for being such a cool dude. He's a dude.
I don't think a lot of people know that either.
No.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I will say this. He is a dude.
Very
He is
Arizona
so
savvy
cool.
mini tour guy. Like,
So
what the fuck,
cool.
He shot 59 at
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, we'll
So,
get into that later.
Here's the thing, folks. When it comes to the PGA Tour with Rory McIlroy,
Yeah.
he's jaded. Why do you think he's saying the shit that he is at these press conferences? Because he's pissed off. Mm-hmm. If Liv gives him a bell, he's gone in a heartbeat.
You really think so?
100%. There's no doubt that Rory McIlroy is gone.
But
He
wouldn't
says,
that
"Yeah,
cost
here we
him
go."
any credibility that he has in public
Would
life
you
ever?
So
Not that I would be mad about it. I think it's great, and I want to watch him play golf
but
because that's why I
my
like
question
him.
to you is,
Yeah.
if you were in the similar situation and somebody offered you $1 billion to suffer your credibility, would you?
I speak for a lot of people here, probably everybody out here watching.
would.
For $1 billion, there's a very long list of things that I would do, and undermining the PGA Tour and going back on what I said would rank very low on the list of.
Why is it that
yeah.
put a really terrible picture in my head of things that you would do?
Maybe because you hung out with me for a couple weeks. I don't know,
Probably.
like yeah,
Probably.
horrible things I would do for that kind of money.
Listeners, you don't even know what kind of things that might be mentioned here, but
Things
all
I
right,
would eat, things I would say.
Let's get back on
Anyway,
track.
sorry.
Back on track. So we stopped with Strongfield this week with Rory McIlroy and went on a goddamn tangent, which,
That's okay.
by the way, the listeners of this podcast love because they're used to this.
We're live.
It happened in the beginning days with Mikey. It's happened with Bobby, and it's happening with you right now, Buttsy. So
Wow.
here's the next. Yeah, it's just 3
honored.
generations. Matthew, which you know what's the best part about Matthew Fitzpatrick?
Oh man,
He went by Matthew while he had braces and was super nerdy.
Hi,
now he's
Matthew.
got a hot girl. Lost the braces. They're gone. Gone. Mm-hmm. Matthew is now Matt Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, you
on
don't-
all PGA material.
well, you don't look bad. You're just poor, and that changed for him. And with that, his teeth and his tail. So, anyways, sorry. I don't mean to be direct, but that's a pretty factual statement, I think.
It's absolutely factual, folks. Now, let's get into this.
Sorry.
No,
you
you're-
are right though. He did have those weird little buttery beaver teeth with covered in braces, and yeah, he's back.
He's back. Mm-hmm. He's got a hot chick. Good for him. Clearly not in it for the money. And let's talk about Tom Kim.
Tom Kim. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's not a racial.
Hang on. We got an announcement.
Hang on. What's
announcement. What do we got?
Oh, damn it, Matt! You're gonna hate me. I have to pee again.
4-way tie, folks.
4-way tie.
Now, a quick word from our sponsor. Swannies is here with a fresh take. Performance-based materials are a given these days. But if you're looking for the stretchiest and most lightweight pieces that deliver a look that says, I'm here for a good time, take a walk on the Swanee side. With fabric sourced from recycled plastics and designs sourced from our very own weekend warriors, Swanee's is looking out for both our planet and those that need a little style to boost their drive another 15 yards. Premium looks from top to bottom at swanees.co.
Big pot tonight here at the Putting World, folks. If you live in the Scottsdale area,
$10,000.
I'm not even sure if what they're doing here is legal, but we won't
It's
get into
not.
that. No, it's not. These
Love
aren't
that,
gift
though.
cards.
Hang on, you can't leave yet because here's the thing.
Oh, it's okay.
We've got a betting segment right now, and we haven't even gotten through half the fucking field. Okay.
Blame Coors.
So, Tom Kim,
Tom Kim.
Cam Young.
Oh, Cam Young. I always forget about Cam Young.
Dude, everybody does.
That's our pause guru, right?
Ricky Fowler.
Fowler's in the field.
Sung Jae.
Okay. So are we talking about who we're taking?
Minwoo Lee. So
Let him cook.
There's
Yeah, I know.
there's a lot of guys in, by the way. Live lovers are earmuffs, guys. Earmuffs.
Turn it off, boys.
For all the live lovers, earmuffs. There's a lot of guys in the official World Golf Rankings in the top 50 in this golf tournament, which is great.
In the
It's
official
absolutely great.
World Golf
Yeah.
Rankings. We
Official,
won't get into that.
which is not official, but that's okay. So let's get into the butting. Let's get into the butting.
what?
The butting.
The
because
what?
I'm looking at my notes and I got betting, and then I got Butsy's picks. So I'm going into
Let's get into the botting.
Who's your main pick this week? I'm going to give you first dibs because you're new.
So I'm a huge Tom Kim fan. I can't even tell you why.
Why did I know you were going to go with
But
Tom
no,
Kim
I'm not.
again
I'm
for
not.
the third
I'm not.
week in a row?
I'm not taking him.
Your dark horse?
Here's why. I'm going to take Fowler only because borderline childhood
Why?
friend, known him for 15 years now. Also Ricky Romano.
Back up just a touch.
Yeah. Too
From the
loud?
mic. Little loud.
Sorry.
Little loud. No, you're good. Just move the mic
So-
a little further away.
Back to Fowler. Well, last week we had an issue where
I
it was a
know
little
we
quiet.
weren't loud enough.
But like now we're. No, I'm just kidding. Fowler.
No, just move the mic.
I'm
Just
joking with you.
move
I'm
the
fucking with you. I'm
mic.
sorry. We won't waste much more time doing that. Fowler. So his caddy is a very good friend of mine. Great bass fisherman, by the way. R squared 59 or 58. You can find him on Instagram. Catches hogs. Don't know how he does it.
Wait, who's his caddy now?
Ricky Romano.
Oh, he is.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I do.
You know who that
Yeah, I
is?
do.
Picked up his bag.
Shit,
what?
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of just hoping somebody that I know has great success, he's going to be my number one. We got to go Fowler because I want to see those guys win.
Wow, Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky. Now,
Stallings in the field.
Who's your dark horse? I don't know.
That's my dark horse. If Stallings is in, great. Otherwise, I'm going Tom Kim. Everybody's Minwoo Lee. Oh, my God.
Okay.
I'm not.
So here's my picks, folks, which you might want to take a little bit more
Sloppy
seriously.
picks there. I apologize.
No, you're fine. My pick this week, number one is Eric Cole, who finished
Who the
second
fuck is that?
Rookie of the Year last year, PGA
See,
Tour.
I need to do my research.
PXG guy.
Should know that. Yeah.
Should know that.
Team PXG
So,
right here, baby.
Beyond Eric Cole as my main horse,
Mm-hmm.
my dark horse, Jägermeister.
When you say dark horse, and I saw this in the notes, you know, you got the main picks, and then you
Just
got
like
dark. Is
somebody
dark
you
horse the
wouldn't
wild
expect.
card?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
It's like somebody that,
like that you call it dark
isn't
horse.
being like thrown up there as like, oh, this is Tom Kim or like this is Scotty Scheffler. Like
Just-
it's somebody that's like deeper. Like
Yeah.
Ricky Fowler last year would have been a dark horse in a lot of tournaments.
yeah. And picturing a player riding in on a dark horse majestically to come from behind and win, like I
Kind
get
of
it.
phenomenal.
Very good.
Kind of phenomenal. I'm not.
Sorry.
You know what sucks is that I have no more booze and there's so many booze around me.
I mean, we could take a pee break.
we
You can get a
cannot
drink.
because we're live.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Now, here's the thing.
Might have to get me a catheter for future shows.
You guys got the bets for this week, which, by the way, I'm so sorry for last week. Taylor Pendrith just came early. So that sucks.
Is Keegan in the field?
No,
Okay.
not to my knowledge.
Okay. That would be
I
another
don't
one.
remember
that
seeing Keegan in the field. I don't have him in my notes, so I can't say for sure,
Okay.
but I don't remember.
Okay.
We're moving into the Swanee style segment, which, by the way, folks, once again, wearing the Camden hoodie here. Absolutely phenomenal.
It really is a nice looking.
Isn't it?
Dude, I noticed
Thank
it.
you.
And, like, you know, guy to guy, I don't want to be like, God, this guy really is a nice looking. But we got to get past that. We're in our late 30s here. Like, I should be able to say that
it's
to you.
It's not just that.
I'm going to say it
We're
now.
in 2024.
It's a nice fucking, it's very nice looking.
Thank
especially
you.
in person.
I appreciate
Looks
that.
soft. It's very nice.
So let's get into this. Jake Knapp and our boy Valimaki. Valmahakia. Both rock hard golf mullets. Is this a style that you're into? Do you like this?
The mullet?
No, the golf mullet. Not just the mullet, but like these guys, they're shaving down like
Dude,
the front.
I do.
They're shaving down the sides,
look.
and they're rocking the back. And when they're wearing a hat,
Here's what they're doing, Matt. They're taking something that was traditionally reserved for
hockey players,
baseball, I think.
Oh, well, hockey players
and hockey players
really did it.
And it's finally kind of transcended. We're in golf now. Guys are working on their wings. We want the wings back there. So I love it. Personally, I can't grow it. My hair is very thin. Even with Rogaine products, it's not for me. But
Not for you?
No, it's not, dude.
Maybe
I got a little
trip to Turkey.
something. We might need plugs here in the next few years, but I love what these guys are doing.
Love that. Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No,
didn't know you were going to be quiet
that
after
was a hard stop.
Jeez.
Hard stop. Love that for them.
Sorry.
And I got to agree. I love the hard mullet.
You're going to get what?
I got hard over the golf mullet.
Hard plugs.
Hard plugs.
Yeah, that's it.
Love that for them, for all of them, because in my early days in college,
Sure.
and even in like the mini tours when I first came out, going back, I mean, we're going back close to 20 years, okay?
Nostalgia.
I loved having the flow in the back. Wearing a hat, got the flow.
It's a ball player thing. It's
It
an
is.
athletic. I'm an athlete kind of thing.
Yeah. So I'm in. So that's the first part of the Swanee style segment. We're in for the golf mullet, okay, folks? I see there's a lot of you out here right now. There's about 800 of you. I can see it on the screen.
What are they
that
doing?
are watching this right now?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's normally about 800 to about 1,500 that watch the live, which
cool.
I love. I love that about you guys. Now, the other side to this is, do you prefer golfers to be in great shape like Jake Knapp, or do you like them to be in full golf body like Sammy Valimaki?
Oh, man. I mean, look, I'm skewed, right? I mean, I consider myself in great shape. I'm like a bodybuilder covered in a fat suit. But, look, I like the athletic look. I bet 90% of the dad bods out there that comprise who plays golf, who pays the bills, I don't know if they really like that. They probably are rooting for like a Bavlaki.
Really? Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I think they're rooting for somebody with a little pot belly that beats the living shit out of it.
I'm going to say that I've always been a sucker, like Michael Jordan, Jake Knapp. I'm on the Jake Knapp side.
Michael
I
Jordan
like to
was
see
bald.
the athletic guys. So there you go. That's all I got for that one. And then, by the way, I said the Swanee style segment was going to get personal. It is.
Mm-hmm.
When we were out golfing on Sunday,
Yeah.
I had on, which, by the way, was perfectly done, where I was like, okay, I need to match my putter.
A lot of blue.
So, I don't know. Oh, my putter's over there. I can't reach it. I had it over here. My putter is bright blue, the LIV Golf putter. Got a white shaft, white grip. Love that thing. I'm like, I'm matching this up in case Buttsy decides to do some content. Sure enough, what did your followers DM you?
Man, I had a couple hundred DMs. This fucking guy loves blue, and I think he figured that out. I had somebody say that you were covering the white belt because you knew it was just completed the outfit too much.
I did have a white belt.
Like, that's crazy.
It was on.
We're going to have to take a pee break here, Sam, bro. God, I feel bad about it. Oh, God. Well, we're back.
We are back.
We're good.
And guess what? Our favorite topic of the night,
Very good.
LIV Golf Jeddah. Because there's no place like Saudi Arabia, land of the oceans and the blue seas and the lovely ladies. So let's get into it. Taylor Gooch. Oh, man.
Talking about the comment?
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, if you need to follow the Twitter account because I hop in there a lot, and literally this was the first thing I saw this morning, and I went ham on it. Ham. So
walk me through it.
Taylor Gooch made a really big mistake. I messaged Taylor Gooch and I go, man, you got to stop doubling down on these comments because you're sounding like an idiot. Like, just an idiot. Like, I've made bad takes in the past, but this is a really bad one. Because his team captain...
Yeah.
So what he said was that if Rory McIlroy wins the Masters this year...
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There should be an asterisk. What
Is he
about
wrong?
your goddamn... Yes, he is. And you want to know why?
I don't agree.
What? What?
Go ahead.
Okay,
finish your point.
Hang on a second.
Finish the point.
So we're going to get there because Brooks Koepka has said at every major tournament, there's a select group of guys that can potentially win this fucking thing.
And he's right.
Correct.
And he's one of them.
So tell me who could win the Masters that Taylor Gooch is referring to where an asterisk would be involved.
DJ.
He's
Phil,
in. He's
Bryson.
in. He's in.
Joaquin.
He's in.
So then what the fuck are they talking about?
See, I knew you didn't know what you were talking
I didn't
about.
know.
Yeah.
I thought that they omitted all these players. So who did they omit?
Nobody.
Then what's Taylor? All right, then.
Because
okay,
Taylor
then
Gooch.
Let's go back 5 minutes in time. I take that back. I just assumed that's what we do. We read shit online.
Taylor Gooch. So Taylor Gooch is
Taylor, you need
like,
to chill before you say shit like that.
I wasn't invited.
Oh, he's mad about. Got it.
So he
Fuck
decided,
you, Taylor Gooch.
I'm one of the best golfers in the world.
Get fucked. Not taking away from Taylor Gooch's game at all. He's a great player.
He's great. But I'm like, I even told him on not on Instagram, on Twitter. I messaged him directly, and I go,
how'd that go?
Dude, he hasn't responded yet. Which I'm like, he's responded to quite a few. I think he got sick of all the things that he had to respond to.
He got melted after that.
He got destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. And I even put it out there. I'm like, anybody of my audience, tag a LIV Golf account that you think would be hilarious to try to defend this. Nobody came through.
No.
And accounts were being tagged left and right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I feel like such a pleb right now because I didn't know that. I just assumed with his comment.
DJ won the Masters during COVID.
Yeah, you're in.
So he's in automatically.
All the big LIV guys that belong there.
So the
are
only
there.
other one that's really pissed off.
Who else?
Take a stab. Who is
Rom's
that?
there.
Rom's there.
So who are we talking about?
We're talking.
Say it. Say his name. I don't know. I really don't.
Taylor Gooch.
And? Say it. Like John Claude name a blood sport.
I am going to give you a hint. It's from the UK.
Well. Oh, I
Lee
know exactly.
Westwood.
Yeah, Lee loves wood. Sorry,
Yep.
Westwood.
He's upset as well. He's riding.
Lee. We're on the tail end here, my man.
You know what the best part
You
is?
ain't winning the Masters.
Lee's not
He's
winning.
mad because he hasn't won it.
Exactly, and he has been in contention. So actually, Lee Westwood has a better argument than Taylor Gooch. Taylor Gooch, the past 2 years,
Yeah.
6 over par at the Masters. He's had one round under par. It was 1 under, and it was 71.
Again, I'm going to go backwards in time. I did not realize the reference. I just assumed with that comment that the big guys somehow weren't playing. And I'm glad I didn't. I was working today, and so I didn't get the chance to, go type some dumb. I almost typed up a post and said, hey.
You're welcome.
The best players in the world aren't at the Masters. Glad I didn't do that.
Yeah. And guess who got the invite? Joaquin Neiman.
Well, that guy's a fucking
stud. Absolute stud.
Whoever made that
he
call
deserved it.
knows that he has a chance.
And here's the thing. The few LIV Golf accounts that decided to chime in tried to redirect and deflect to, the official World Golf rankings suck. And it's no shit, Sherlock. Nobody's debating that. It's just, should there be an asterisk to the Masters this year because Taylor Gooch isn't involved?
No.
Fuck no.
No, and I don't think Rory would feel that way either. Not after knowing now what I know.
Brooks Koepka, Taylor Gooch's captain, wouldn't feel like if he won the Masters this year, it would be an asterisk.
How many people are lighting me up right now for trying to defend that not knowing? I apologize.
It's okay. This shit happens.
Oh, my Lord.
This shit happens.
Gooch, great player.
Now, here's the other thing to LIV Golf. Carlos Ortiz played in the Malaysian Open. Now, I did ask Twitter. I go, okay, guys, how many LIV golfers, if they were receiving official world golf rankings, would be playing
would qualify
would be playing in Asian Tour tournaments?
Okay.
How many do you think?
No idea.
None. Because
if they had been, but you say receiving world
golf
golf rankings. What are they receiving world golf rankings for?
For their rankings in LIV Golf.
Okay.
So because they're not receiving those, a bunch of guys are playing in these tournaments because they need to get points
to go up. Yeah.
So Carlos Ortiz, and by the way, this was probably the best Asian Tour event in the history of the Asian Tour.
Okay.
You had Louis Oosthuizen up there. You had Carlos Ortiz.
Name. Yeah.
You had Joaquin Neiman. There was a number of guys that were participating in this, trying to win before going to their LIV Golf event in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
To get their shit up.
Yeah. So Carlos Ortiz wins, which, by the way, if you ask me, not upset about Taylor Gooch not getting into the Masters. I would be more upset about Carlos Ortiz not getting into the Masters, yeah. Because Carlos Ortiz, this is a young kid that can fucking play.
This is juicy. Like, I just didn't even realize that. I hope, now I'm on the other side of the fence. Now I want to go light Taylor Gooch up. Like,
yeah.
There's no fucking asterisks because you're not playing, bro.
Exactly.
You're one guy.
Him and Lee Westwood.
Get over yourself. Now, Lee has Greg Norman syndrome, right? Yeah. Never got it done.
You hate to see it.
He sniffed it we watched it growing up. Right there. He never got it done.
I cheered him on in 2015.
Oh, he's a likable guy.
Yeah.
Like, you want him to win, but never got it done. How old is he now? 46, 45, something like that?
He's up there.
Yeah. You're probably not going to win the Masters. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. That's crazy, man. I had no idea.
And then we got the return of Anthony Kim, which, by the way, folks.
I was waiting for us to get into this because, like, you're that age. This is like a god rose from the ashes, and he's back.
I think I'm almost done with the iPad at this point. We're just going to chat it up.
You want to just rock it?
I know agents that were telling me for over 2 months, Anthony Kim is coming back and on LIV Golf. And then, by the way, folks, for your entertainment, I had Lance Bennett on, who's Tiger Woods' caddy now.
Okay. What's his name?
Lance Bennett.
Okay.
And when Lance was on, we talked about Anthony Kim. And he goes, it only makes sense for Anthony Kim to come back and play on LIV Golf.
Can we clear up the insurance issue so that the people that don't know...
It only lasted 10 years.
So that's over.
Done.
So he could technically play a tour event.
Hang on. So I have this in the notes. His last event was 2012.
Okay.
So... It's 2024. That's 12 years. So insurance lasted 10 years. He waited an extra year because he didn't get an offer.
So all you people out there barking that, yeah, he's going to go live because he doesn't want to pay back the insurance money.
It's done.
That's false.
Done.
That's false.
He was injured for 10 plus years.
God knows what he's getting for an appearance this week.
Which,
do we know what that is?
So that is the one thing that I have not hammered down and I'm not comfortable reporting.
So I have something before we get into like where Anthony's game is. I mean, we have no fucking clue. We've seen a couple mysterious clips of him hitting balls. I mean, the latest one was him today. But what do you think about AK's game? So I said,
it looks the exact same.
Can we bet on AK?
No.
There's nowhere to bet on him.
Well,
individually,
I actually asked a lot of fans out there, and they threw out some betting site.
I know there's one
I wasn't familiar with.
Right.
I think it's in the UK, but I'm like,
there's somebody that gives odds on LIV.
FanDuel doesn't have it.
No. But like you just said, even on my DMs on Instagram, somebody Somebody let me know that there is a betting site that gives odds on LIV
I'm going to
Golf.
tell you guys right now, Anthony Kim is probably going to be 1 under at the end of all of this.
Oh, I disagree. I think he's going to come out and blow everybody's balls back. I think he might win it. I know that's so bold to say, but
Jesus Christ.
I think this guy might just like come out and he gives so little shits, and I think he's been secretly playing golf this whole time.
So here's the thing. Last year, the individual winner of Jeddah was Brooks Koepka. Okay?
Score was
2 times. Back
Okay.
to back. He beat Taylor Gooch in a playoff last year. Year prior, that was the one tournament that Brooks Koepka won. Now, the team winner was the Fireballs, followed by the Range Goats and the Cleeks.
okay.
I think Brooks goes for the three-peat.
You think he's just going to walk up and douse him down?
Gooch was in the playoff with them last year. This Jeddah course,
Yeah, but Matt, can we speak to that a little bit? These guys on LIV,
I'm so sorry. This Jeddah course,
they still want to win, though. There's still a desire to beat your peers.
I was amongst Major League Baseball players. I did VR for Major League Baseball for a while.
Okay.
And one of the things that I will tell you, no matter how much money these guys were making, some of the guys that were making the most amount of money, especially when I was around the Los Angeles
Doesn't fucking
Dodgers,
matter. Doesn't matter.
when I was around the Dodgers, those were the guys that worked the hardest. And I'm like, and I said it to Bobby on the podcast, I was like, just because these guys are getting so much guaranteed money doesn't mean they're not competitive, that they're just going to pack it in and go, I'm done.
Right, man. Like, you still have male pride. Like, at the end of the day, you got there. You got there on the back of that. Like, yes, was there a concerted effort to get to the point where you're a professional golfer? But, dude, it's like if you go play ping pong with your buddies in a garage somewhere.
You're going to try
not
to
getting
fucking
paid
destroy
a goddamn
them.
dollar.
Yeah,
You're going to try
or
to fucking
pickleball on a fucking
I don't want to
golf
fucking
trip in
lose.
Vegas. Yeah, I don't
I want
either.
to beat these guys. I'm still the best. Like, yeah. So, yeah, that argument to me is fucking false.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, lock in. Let's lock in. Come on.
So we have a segment here on Pullhook Golf.
You're gonna do great.
Come on, Nick.
You got
Matt,
it,
Nick, come
man.
on, 30, 90 points a game.
That's
Matt
called
fired up.
Golf picks, but louder. Who is your individual worst player of the week?
I think I like that guy's pick. I think I'm gonna go Gooch, just because like fuck
Danny
him.
Lee.
Nah, it's Gooch.
Danny Lee.
Why Danny Lee?
You'll find out. My team pick is
I want to bet you $50 right now that AK finishes in the top 3 individually.
Ironheads.
Take it.
Yep.
All right.
$100.
50. I don't got
50,
that kind of money. I don't own a podcast.
I'm going with the Ironheads as the team that is going to shit the bed and finish last.
Okay. All right. Ironheads. God, you had a couple. So you had a couple guests up here from the couple professional putters.
And Buttsy was right. We had a number of professional putters join us. Not only did they share their insights and stories, but they also shared and joined us in raising a glass of Bushwood spirits. It's not every day you get to clink glasses with the pros and dive deep into the world of golf in such a relaxed and engaging setting. The laughter, the camaraderie, and of course the putting challenges made it unforgettable. And let's not forget that Bushwood flowed, and boy did it ever flow, but it brought out the true spirit of the game, reminding us all, be the ball, to stay in the moment, and to cherish these incredible experiences. We do want to thank everyone at Petting World for hosting us, to Bushwood Spirits for adding that extra flair to our gathering, and Swannies for keeping me in style, and of course to all of you for tuning in. Until next time, keep and remember, golf is not just about the shots you take, but the memories you make. Cheers, everybody.